Hello. Hi. My name is Wilma Sinoni. I'm conducting a poll among registered voters for Tennessee Opinion Research. We're not selling anything. I first have to ask, would there be a male registered voter there? Because maybe I can get his opinion, please.
I'm a registered voter.
You're a registered voter?
Mhm.
Okay. Can I get your opinion?
Sure.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And could you tell me, what is the most important problem or issue facing the state of Tennessee at this time?
Insurance.
Insurance. Okay, very good. Okay. And what would you say is the most important problem facing your county that your state senator could do something about? Something come to mind?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay, very good. Okay. And what area of the budget would you think requires the highest percentage of state spending? What is,
I know what it should be, but it's not.
what's that?
It should be schools.
Schools, education.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay. K through 12 or higher?
K through 12.
K through 12. Very good. Okay. And do you have an extremely favorable opinion of the following people? Very favorable, somewhat favorable, not very favorable. Of course, if you don't know enough about them, just say so. Have you heard of Khristy Wilkinson?
Love her.
I'm sorry, what?
I love her. Very favorable.
Oh, very favorable. Okay, very good. I thought you said. Todd Gardenhire. Have you heard of him?
Can't stand him.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, can't stand them.
Can't stand him.
Okay, so 4. Okay. And Andy Burke, B-E-R-K-E. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I like Andy. So
extremely favorable or very?
very.
Very? Okay. And what kind of job do you think the following have done? In other words, the one I'm just asking is State Senator Todd Gardenhire.
Poor, extremely poor.
He's done a poor job. Okay. And how important is it that your candidate for state senate be endorsed by the following groups? How about the NRA? Is that extremely important? Very,
no.
somewhat, or not? Not
no.
very important. Not very important.
Mm-mm.
Okay. How about the Republican Party? Extremely, very, somewhat, not very important.
Not at all.
Not at all. And the Chattanooga Free Press, extremely, very, somewhat, or not very important.
Not important.
And the Democratic Party, extremely, very, somewhat, not very important.
Extremely important.
Extremely important. And the Chattanooga Times, extremely, very, somewhat, or not very important.
Not very important.
Not very important. And the Right to Life, extremely, very, somewhat, or not very important.
Not important.
Not important. And how important is it that your candidate for state senate has a high rating for fighting tax increases and new taxes? Extremely, very, somewhat, or not very important.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes. How important is it that your candidate for state senate has a high rating for fighting tax increases and new taxes?
Moderately.
Not at all?
Moderately.
Okay, not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how important is it that your candidate for state senate fought against increasing coverage under the TennCare Medicaid and the Insured Tennessee program?
It's very important.
That's very important.
Yeah, because that's what Todd Gardenhire did.
That's what he did.
Yeah, he didn't want it. He voted against it.
Okay. So you feel that's very important that
Mm-hmm.
he didn't want it. Okay. How important is it that your candidate for state senate shares your religious principles? Extremely, very, somewhat, or not very important?
Not important.
Not important. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how interested are you in the November 8th election for President, Congress, and other state officials? Extremely, very, somewhat, or not very interested?
Extremely.
Extremely. And do you think Todd Gardenhire has done a good job as state senator? Should definitely vote to reelect him?
No.
You want someone else, or do you want to consider someone else?
Yeah, someone else. Hopefully Khristy.
Someone else. Okay, very good. And would you prefer your next state senator to be a Democrat or a Republican, or would it make much difference to you?
Democrat.
Democrat. And if you learned that a Democratic state senator could not get anything passed because the Republicans hold a super majority, would you be more likely to vote for the Democrat, less likely it would make much difference to you?
I would still vote Democrat.
Okay. And do you think a Republican male or a Democratic female would work the hardest to protect your gun rights? Or don't you think it would make much difference?
Not much difference.
And would you favor or oppose increasing the state gasoline tax to help fund road construction and repairs?
No.
You'd oppose it?
I oppose it.
And would you favor or oppose increasing the minimum wage to $15 an hour, even if you'll have to pay as much as double for basic items such as groceries, dry cleaning, restaurant dining, and the dollar menu at McDonald's and Burger King could increase to $3 or $4? Would you favor or oppose increasing the minimum wage?
Favor.
Favor. Okay. And do you favor or oppose Tennessee State University granting in-state tuition to the children of illegal aliens that were born in the United States, had lived their lives in Tennessee, and are now college age? Would you favor or oppose?
Favor.
Favor. And efforts are being made to change the laws regarding marijuana in Tennessee. Do you favor or oppose the following possibilities? How about legalize marijuana for all purposes, medical and recreational, as in Colorado? Would you favor or oppose that?
Favor.
Favor. And legalize medical marijuana if prescribed for cancer or other pain reduction needs by a patient's regular doctor. Do you favor or oppose?
Favor.
Favor. And decriminalize marijuana possession. That is, don't put people with small amounts for personal consumption in jail. Concentrate only on the dealers. Would you favor or oppose that?
Favor.
Favor. And which person do you think best represents you in the legislature? A person born, raised, and educated in Chattanooga public schools and at the University of Tennessee in Chattanooga, or a person who moved to Chattanooga from Detroit and was educated in other parts of the country?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay, very good.
So you must be on the surveying for Republican.
Pardon me?
Are you surveying for Republican?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have any idea because they don't tell me what. I just read the things because
okay.
I'm not aware. Okay.
Okay.
If the election were held today and the candidates for state senate from your district were Republican Todd Gardenhire and Democrat Khristy Wilkinson, for which candidate would you vote? You said Wilkinson, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, very good. And using a scale from 1 to 9, 9 means you're very committed, 1 means you're not very committed. How committed are you to your choice?
9.
9, sure. And law enforcement agencies throughout the U.S. have arrested men who entered women's bathrooms under the administration's transgender laws and then proceeded to sexually assault women and children in the bathroom. Sheriffs and police chiefs have stated that these new laws make it easy for male sexual predators to enter a woman's bathroom and assault their female victims. Knowing this, do you think people should be allowed to self-identify their gender and use the bathroom they wish, or should they be required to use the bathroom of their current biological gender?
Bathroom of choice.
Bathroom of choice, okay. And if you learn Todd Gardenhire is against the person using a bathroom based on self-identification of gender instead of their biological gender, and that Khristy Wilkinson is a strong supporter of the transgender law and has advocated for the legislature to pass such a law in Tennessee. Would you be more likely to vote for Todd Gardenhire, more likely to vote for Khristy Wilkinson? Would it make much difference to you?
I would vote for Khristy.
Khristy, sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't vote for Todd for anything. So, sorry.
No, that's okay. Todd Gardenhire considers himself a Christian, and his religious values often serve as the basis of his voting decisions. His opponent, Khristy Wilkinson, is a nihilist.
Is a what?
A nihilist.
Okay.
Nihilism is the belief that rejects there is a God and rejects all religious values and moral principles. Knowing this, are you more likely to vote for Todd Gardenhire, more likely to vote for Khristy, or does it make much difference to you?
I'm still going to vote for Khristy.
Khristy, sure. Okay.
We just, like I told her, we just have to show her the love of Jesus through our actions.
Right, sure. Experts testified that expanding Medicaid, known as Insured Tennessee, could cost millions of dollars and could result in increased taxes for taxpayers or higher premiums on their existing health care plan to fund this expansion. Knowing this, would you be more inclined to vote for a candidate who supported the expansion or for a candidate opposing the expansion?
I support the expansion, and that's BS. So I'm very familiar with politics.
Oh, very good. I'm glad. You're helping me out tremendously. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you learned that Todd Gardenhire voted against Insured Tennessee, the TennCare moves, would this make you more likely to vote to re-elect him and say that less likely it would make any difference? So it's definitely less likely, right?
It's not less likely.
And which of the following statements comes close to what you believe? Some people have criticized Senator Todd Gardenhire for voting against the expansion of Medicaid coverage for thousands of Tennessee families because of the high cost of the state, while he himself is covered by the state health care program. Some have praised Senator Gardenhire for not wasting taxpayer dollars by his choosing not to use the free health care plan provided to all legislators, but instead using his own private medical insurance, saving Tennessee taxpayers thousands of dollars a year, and save millions to taxpayers by voting against Medicaid expansion. Which of the statements comes close to what you believe? First one, the criticism, or the second one, praise?
I'm one of those who criticized.
Criticized, okay.
And helped him take the casket past his house.
Okay. If you learn Todd Gardenhire has helped fight to replace Common Core educational standards with locally determined state standards, would this make you more likely to vote to re-elect him in states that are less likely would make any difference?
Less likely.
Less likely. Oh, good. Okay. Because I didn't know what that was. If you learned that Todd Gardenhire is fighting for expanding technical schools and skilled job educational opportunities for students, does this make you more likely to vote to re-elect him? Less likely wouldn't make any difference.
Wouldn't make any difference.
No difference. Okay. And Senator Todd Gardenhire opposed funding for the University of Tennessee Office for Diversity and Inclusion, which disguised itself as a program to promote college tuition opportunities for blacks and minorities, when in fact all it would do is create bureaucratic jobs for a few people at the taxpayer's expense. Senator Gardenhire instead supported moving those program funds directly to a scholarship fund where black students would be given scholarships to attend college in high-paying job fields like engineering. Do you agree that Senator Gardenhire made the right decision to move the funds directly to the black scholarships, or should he have let the funds go to the university's Diversity and Inclusion Office?
Funds should have went to Diversity and Inclusion.
Okay, very good. And in making your decision on how to cast your vote, which of the following would most influence you? A candidate stand on the issue like abortion and gay marriage, or a candidate's ability to get things done, including obtaining funds for roads and state and university buildings, or a candidate's track record on balancing the budget, cutting spending, and lowering taxes. Which one?
You're going to repeat that. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay. In making your decision on how to cast your vote, which of the following would most influence you? A candidate stand on the issues like abortion and gay marriage, or a candidate's ability to get things done, including obtaining funds for roads and state and university buildings, or a candidate's track record on balancing the budget, cutting spending, and lowering taxes. Which one?
Honestly, none. I know that's not a choice. I know that's not a choice, so go with the first one.
It would be the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the presidential election, will you vote to elect Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton, vote for the Republican Donald Trump, vote for the Libertarian or Green Party candidate, or are you leaning toward not casting a vote at all for president?
Hillary Clinton all the way.
Hillary Clinton all the way. And I just have classification purpose questions. Your age. Are you under 40, between 40 and 59, or over 60? And what was the last grade of school you completed? Was less than high school from college, college grad, or post-grad degree? Okay, very good. And are you married, single, divorced, separated, widowed? And in the federal and state elections in the past, have you mostly voted for the Democrats, Republicans, or the Independents?
Democrat.
Democrat. And is this a white household, a black household, or an Hispanic household? And are you employed outside the house? I think you did tell me you're employed. I work for one to make sure that all interviews are done in a professional and courteous manner. In case my office wants to check more, could you tell me just your first name? I want to thank you so much for taking time and being patient with me. I hope you have a very nice evening.
Well, thank you. You too.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.